few days ago, I showed you how to put Betaflight OSD on your DJI goggles and Air and Vista units. That makes these goggles really attractive. Today we're going to take it one step further. Today we're going to show you how to put that same Betaflight OSD in your DVR recording. That was the one limitation of that hack, and we have found a way to get around that. So let's go to the computer and we'll start that process. Okay, so we're here at the computer. We have our DJI goggles and our Air Vista unit in our drone here. Now, the first thing you want to do here is to root boot your goggles and your Air unit. Now, I've already done a full DIY on how to do that. I'll leave that link above and below so you can take a look at it. That's the first thing we're going to do here. Now, once that's completed, we go to the WTF page right here, and you can see the similar page here on how to root your goggles. So I'm just going to plug my goggles in here. First, I'm going to power it up first, actually. And as you can see, the root highlight has gone away, meaning this thing here is already rooted. Now, this whole process here is very quick and simple compared to the whole rooting and installation of the WTF operating system. It's pretty straightforward and simple. The first thing you want to do is go to their website here. This is the developer website. And then just copy this CLI command here and put it into your CLI command for the goggles. So let's just do that. Go to the CLI. And this one here is already done, but we're gonna do it again and see if it takes it. Hopefully it doesn't damage the goggles. There it is, this the first one. Second one, let's just copy the second one right here. And paste, enter, and boom. That was successful. It's gonna restart the goggles, which it's doing right now. That's all good. And that's it, guys. Now this goggles here is gonna record a OSD file. So now you have an SRT file and a OSD file for each video file that you made on your goggles, which is pretty cool. Now you go to the development site, which I said I'll link below, the same place where we copied and pasted this CLI. And this is where you're gonna take that OSD file and overlay it to your video. This is not gonna accept any altered files. This has to be the file off the SD card. Here's my DJI file right here. That's the video MP4. It selected it. Now your OSD, we talked about, is now gonna create a OSD file. And here's our OSD file that it created in the goggles. That's only after you put the CLI commands in here. It accepted it. Now the third part here is to choose a font for those texts. Now it wants 4 of them, as you can see, 4 bins, or 4 type of fonts. You can get these fonts obviously on the WTF GitHub page. Here's the FPV WTF GitHub page. And you can scroll down here to the MSP OSD, which is what we did in the first video by hacking or rooting the goggles here. You select that, and then you have your fonts on here. You select your fonts, and you have a multitude of fonts in here. They want 4 of them. So I chose the first 2, font.bin, font2.bin, and then the same thing, but in HD. Font HD bin and font HD 2 bin. Those are the 4 fonts that I use. I already downloaded this to my computer. So now we go back to the same, choose the files and select it. And here you go. I have all of my fonts right here. I'm going to select the first 2 as I talked about, 1, 2, and then the HD version of it, HD, HD2. Open it, and that's it. Now this is going to compile the file and lay that OSD on your file. You hit start, and you want to choose a name for your file. We're just going to do test for now. Save, and it will process it for you. But this is going to take a few seconds to complete, and you can see it in real time. But this is good evidence right here that your text, your font is working. You can see the actual name, your battery, all the stuff, the modes, everything is that you want. Your throttle is in here. All right, so that's not a long process. That's going to take, there it goes, it's taken off. It's going to take maybe 4 to 5 minutes to get this whole thing processed. It's not a long time, and it works pretty well. I'll stop it. And I already have that file already finished. So if I go to my files here, and here's the finished product right here. You can see it. It works in real time. Pretty awesome, pretty smooth. And you have your Betaflight OSD on a DJI file recording. Like, this is what we wanted from day one. And I'm sure, hopefully, maybe DJI could do this. But this is amazing, guys. This is simply amazing. So it's pretty straightforward, guys. Relatively simple, but it does add to the experience. It does make the DJI flight experience so much better. And I do think that's gonna make the older V2 goggles so much more attractive, guys. So if you got any value from this video or these tips, hit that like button, guys. I do wanna give a shout out to the WTF guys. They make this possible. If you can go to their website and donate, it really does help them further the development of this whole process and this whole program, guys. So anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.